trouble is, they're about almost 2 miles away. 1.7, 1.8 miles away, something like that. I'm resisting the edge to just cut right over. Trouble is they're moving. They've been moving from over there to over there. I don't know where they're gonna go. I think I'm just gonna watch them for now. But by the time I got over there, the doors had shut and they sent me blowing right into them. Alright, so this portion of the video is obviously after the fact. Now, I was sitting up there watching those elk go around from that one side of the ridge all the way to the other, through there, and in that little bowl they stopped. And in thinking how could I approach them, I figured the only way by now is to get ahead of them, but I noticed there's this other ridge down at the bottom that went this way, and I thought if I went up that ridge I could get a shot across where they were, because they were kind of rounding around this way. So after that idea popped in my head, packed up all my stuff, and I started booking it down the mountain, or down the ridge, as fast as I could, because I knew even though they were stopped there, they weren't going to be there for long. And as I was going down, I'm not sure how I lost my footing, but it was in the snow. I think one of my trekking poles got stuck somewhere. I was moving, going down that ridge as fast as I could. The next thing I knew, my feet came out from under me and I was doing a Superman down the mountain. I landed on my knee and my elbow, and I think I torqued my, kind of landed like this a little bit, you know, and trekking pole everywhere. And as I got up, because I went down like this, and as I got up, my trekking pole, the bottom of it was bent more like this from an elbow. So in the heat of the moment, wanting to get on those elk, I took my trekking pole and I put it across my knee and I bent it back into shape. And as I did that, I heard a crack. But that's when I stopped, but it seemed to work okay. I got it somewhat back into shape. This is the portion with the bend. And I kept on trucking down the mountain. Now, when I got to the bottom, I almost rim-rocked myself. I ended up going down in this draw, a lot of rocks, and I was afraid I was going to get rim-rocked going down there, and I almost did. I hit the point where I almost got down to the bottom. I know there's a trail, ATV trail down at the bottom, and I had two almost like mini waterfalls I had to go down. One wasn't that high, but the second one, I'm 5'10". I'm guessing I had like maybe 3 feet or so additionally, somewhere in that vicinity. So I started scrambling down face first, and I was looking for handholds going down. I had my gloves on, and I had to the point where I was hanging onto my trekking poles with one hand, and I had to let them go. So I chucked them down, and I started crawling down, and I kind of jumped the last 2 feet down, landed in the snow, grabbed my poles, kept on going, and I went up to the other side of the ridge. So I don't want to make this video any longer than it already is, but I wanted to talk a little bit about, a couple minutes about Sissy Stix. This one is obviously okay. Now, when I bent this aluminum section, and I put it over my knee and I bent it back into shape, the crack, I think I heard, at first I thought it was a carbon fiber. It was actually this piece right here. I just drew that at home, that little line right there. And it's amazing that these things held, because I use these the rest of the day. You can tell right where it bent. It still held, going up and down the mountain, because once I got all the way down the bottom to the far where I was trying to get a range on some elk, which was where the video will pick up next, I ended up going back up the ridge the other direction where the ATV was, and these things made it the whole way. The fact that this did not fail on me completely, though by all rights it should have, it's testament to the Sissy Stix. I got me a new pair on order. I wish I could fix this. You can order a replacement pole section, but you can't fix that. So, Sissy Stix, worth the money. Anyway, where this video picks up next is where I had finally got in position and I caught the tail end of the herd. Oh man, I made an effort and I'm out of gas and I'm out of range. That bush right there is 586 yards, and that is just out of my range. The elk moved while I was moving down. I can't find them right now, but there's 3 or so right there, up near the top. They're just out of my range. I'm guessing maybe they went over around this way and over that way. I don't see them that way. Busted my ass getting over here. I'm just out of range. Yeah, they came around this way. And they went up. They went over and up. I just saw one cross the skyline over there. Damn it. There's more crossing over right now. Just out of range. Yeah, this is gonna be a long season. I think I left the four-wheeler up there. Came down that way. And we're coming on that, no. I came down that way. And I think I damn near rim rocked myself over in there. I am not climbing out the same way I came down, I'll tell you that right now. Feeling bent my trekking pole, bent it back into shape. Almost snapped the carbon fiber doing it though. Well, there's a four-wheeler. Whew. This is not hunting smarter. Now there's a trail along the bottom, but I did not fire up the four-wheeler because it's a two-stroke and it's plenty loud. I was afraid if I fired up and went down there, I'd be close enough to the elk to spook them. So I walked. Made it. Anybody knows this unit now, know there's only one place I could be. So if I remember correctly, the elk this morning came around that ridge right there, around over there, around, across, and then right about here they went up. I think what the deal is they came out for the morning sun, and they're sunning themselves, grazing. And then once it started getting a little bit warm, they went over to back to this side where the shade is. I think I might come back tomorrow, maybe take the 4-wheel trail all the way to the bottom, see if I can hike my way up that ridge and just kind of sit down there at that hip right down there. If I can get up early enough. And then maybe I can get them over there, assuming this is a pattern of behavior. One thing I'm not doing is I'm not diving off the ridge again. I was over there trying to get a shot over there because it looked like they were going to come down and around. Right there, they were down. Right there, maybe. I was hoping I'd catch one come down lower. I was hoping I'd be in range over there, but I wasn't. Whole lot of work for nothing. In between here and home, which is about 25 minutes away from the road, is my favorite burger joint. I think I'm gonna grab myself a big old burger for lunch, assuming they're open today. So at this point, I had tended to go back and hit my favorite burger joint on the way home, but it was closed. Black Friday being what it is. And as it turns, I was gonna go out there this morning, actually. My plan was to go back out there and get about right about where the elk first appeared on that ridge. I was gonna get about 300 yards from about where I saw them pass over there in the dark. And at first light, I was gonna be sitting there waiting on them. So the wind should have been blowing downhill at that point. But as it was, is that the way I had landed going down the ridge, doing my Superman and breaking my trekking pole, my Sissy Stix, I think I torqued my neck or something right now. And what it looks like I have is I somehow screwed with my trigeminal nerve. I don't think it's permanent. It's just over the course of the night, it felt like I had an ear infection. And I kept having these flashes of pain going like all the way in the back of my molar and feeling like to the back of my eyeball. So I went to an urgent care clinic this morning, get myself checked out, and been laying down most of the day, honestly, with a hot pack and some NSAIDs. These flashes of pain I've been having, probably because of the way I landed, they have been decreasing and with less severity, so I think it's just a temporary thing. So obviously I didn't get out there to seal the deal this morning, and there's some weather coming in. At this point, I'm done for the weekend anyway. I'll pick up again next weekend. Anyway, you have a good one.